I need progress. I was telling my business partner this morning, like, I'm addicted to progress. Like, I love to grow. I love to become. I love to hear my afterthought. Like, you know how you would have said something and then you say something else and you hear what you would have said. You like, go on, girl, you did that. Go on, boy, you did that. Like, I love to hear what former Stormy would have said, but what new, evolved, developed, mature, responsible, elevated Stormy, woke Stormy, knowledgeable Stormy says. I love to hear myself. And so I share this with you all because what is your why? Is it your, you know, interestingly enough, a lot of times our why is our children. But really and truly, your why is really deeper than that. Because it's like your why being your children is like automatic. Like, it's kind of like that's what we say. But what is your personal why? What is your personal fulfillment? What would you get personally out of your success? How would that make you feel if you became successful? What type of things would you do? Excuse me, when you become successful? What will your success do for your children? What will your success do for your peers? What would your success do for your husband? What would your success do for you? So it's like when you understand these things, it just makes you change. And when you realize that this industry is very forgiving, you can literally be like mediocre, losing, failing, and then decide. And decide rhymes with homicide. That's the D in ADD. You got to decide. What is it that I am going to do? What has my mentors and coaches? And I tell you right now, find out who is the most successful person in your company. Find the top 3 most successful people in your company and study them. And then decide whose strategy am I going to apply first. I talk about the Liddy. Learn, implement, teach, tweak, teach, yes. Learn, implement, tweak, teach, yes. You got to get yourself lit on fire. Don't go learn from the bottom of the barrel. And here's the deal. What if your upline is the bottom of the barrel because your upline just signed up yesterday? Your upline really doesn't know what to do. Your upline just signed up last month. So your upline is really at the same level that you're on. But what you got to do is go learn from the people winning. Decide, what must I do? Why am I going to be successful? What is my success going to do for my culture, Leonora? What is my success going to do for my family? Like, guys, it has to burn. It has to be this desire. Like for real, y'all, the fear of just quitting. The fear of not becoming got to be greater than the fear of temporary failure. See, every successful person once was a failure, but you got to know this. You learn from your failure. It's not even really failure. It's really just learning what not to do. How do I know what works for me if I did not decide to divide, but I only knew what to divide myself away from because I learned what I didn't like and I learned what didn't work. So you got to stop looking at every gesture that doesn't create a boom success for you as a step in the right direction. And you got to know that the only way you fail is if you fold and if you quit. And we got to decide to divide ourselves away from limiting thoughts. Guys, the mind, I want y'all to write this down. It's something called the 6 human fears. Like, this is the devil using you against your own self. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine not liking yourself? Can you imagine not doubting yourself? Like, I need y'all to hear me. Nobody can put you where you belong. Only person can put you where you belong is you. Nobody's going to say, hey, Jeannie, hey, Danielle, I want you to be successful. I'm going to put all of this information in your brain. I'm going to make you be focused. I'm going to make you be confident. I'm going to make you work out so you can get your body together. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the crunches for you because I want you to have a six pack, and I'm gonna do the squats for you so your legs can get toned, and I'm gonna drink the water for you, and I'm gonna do the Instagram live for you, and I'm gonna do the TikToks for you, and I'm gonna do the YouTubes for you, and you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sample the product for you, and I'm gonna do your home parties for you, and I'm gonna do your launch calls for you, and I'm gonna invite the people for you, and I'm gonna make you successful, and I'm gonna put your face in shining lights. I'm gonna do it for you. Y'all know anybody that became successful because somebody decided to do it for them? I don't know nobody. But I know about people that was told there wasn't going to be nobody. And they said, I'm going to show you. I know about people that was afraid of dying broken and nobody. And they said, I'm not dying that way, so I'm going to do something about it. I know people that became determined and disciplined and sacrificed what felt good and told stories of how they were suicidal and told stories about how they was depressed and told stories about how they was on government assistance and told stories about how they thought they was never going to amount to nothing and was told that they were fat and stupid and ugly and wasn't going to be nobody. And they said, oh, to hell with what you talking about. I'm going to be somebody. I know those type of stories of what I did and what they did and how they pushed forward. See, nobody cares about your story until you win. Nobody cares. I know people that just wanted to be respected and appreciated, so they showed up. I know people that wanted to make themselves proud and their mama's proud and their daddy's proud, and they said, I'm going to do this. I know about those stories. I know about the stories of people who got cut from the basketball team and woke up every morning at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning just to go shoot free throws, Michael Jordan. And they became Michael Jordan. He wasn't Michael Jordan before he made his name Michael Jordan. You understand? He made his name. Michael Jordan was nobody until he made his name Michael Jordan. Louis Vuitton is a person's name. Louis Vuitton made his name Louis Vuitton. So I know about people that made their name. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Marina Worry, Eric Worry. Those are names. But those people did something to make their name great. And it had to start with the why. Why are you doing this? There are times when, you go to work every day. Whoever I'm talking to. Why do you go to work? You're going to work because you want to trade your hours for dollars. You need your hourly pay. So you go to work, and it ain't even the money. Hold on, wait. It's what the money does. The money pays the light bill. The money pays the phone bill. The money pays the car note. The money buys the groceries. So why do I go to work? I go to work to make money to pay my bills. What type of dumb question is that? But I want you to think about this. That's why the time spent here today is the most precious time. Because we think that what's more valuable is the money. Money is valuable because we put the value on the money with what the money allows us to do. If I offered you $5 million right now today, for free, you'll take it. But if I said it's in exchange for you dying in 15 minutes, you'll say, I don't want the $5 million. Your life is valuable. The time that you're given on this earth is valuable. See, there are two very important days in a person's life. The day that they were born and the day that they find out why they were born. Money is not that valuable. So the money that you invested in this course, in this mastermind, in this break-free experience, don't put the value on the money, because see, some of y'all are still thinking about the money you invested, so you can't even receive. You're listening, but you ain't hearing. You're hearing, but you're not listening. Excuse me. But there's a major distinction. See, when I invest in myself, I'm determined to get something out of it. Even if it's just 3 things that I apply, I'm going to get a result, and I'm going to be able to remember I learned that from there. So I want y'all to drop in the comment section at least one thing that you got from Michelle. One thing you got from me that already made this course valuable. It already made this experience worth your while. Because see, it's the compounding of who you become that makes you great. It's the compounding of unlearning to relearn. It's the compounding of the belief. It's the compounding of the progression. It's the compounding. And then all of a sudden, all of these amazing things start coming up out of you. And you're like, wow, I'm not that bad. I am pretty amazing. Man, look at the little success. And then the little success starts to become big success. And you look up, you're like, wow, look at all the things that I didn't have. But look at me now, because you're compounding. So a few things I want to share with you all as just some application things that you could apply. And you know, I've been talking about this a lot lately, and it's like, it's funny because I listened to Michelle. Is it Michelle? And it's crazy because, you know, one thing that successful people do deal with is like you become your greatest competition. Like, look, picture me competing with somebody. Like, who am I gonna compete with? Be honest with you. Ain't too much. I don't know. I don't know nobody else that coached 34 families to millionaire status. I don't know nobody who dropped out of school in the ninth grade. I don't know nobody who had their first child at 15 and became a multi-millionaire and a millionaire coach. I don't know nobody that have done what I've done. So who can I be comparing myself to but my last win? I continue to compare myself to my last win. And if that starts to be your marker, it's going to make you push yourself further along. Not you comparing yourself to somebody else. Because guess what? A lot of times you look at somebody else. Do you know their origin? Do you know their upbringing? Do you know where they come from? See, guys, wisdom is when you do things that you know on autopilot. Like, y'all have the wisdom to brush your teeth. We know. We wake up in the morning, we brush our teeth because we know to brush our teeth. Some of y'all could drive and text message and put your makeup on and be on Instagram and shoot a whole live and get there on time and safe. Because you got the wisdom to drive. So the key is to get to a place that success becomes like your natural default.